My name's Lisa.
I'm Joan.
And we're so excited to be part of the virtual country fair.
Yay.
The fair that wasn't there.
Yay!
We would normally be at the youth stage performing, but instead we're here at home in our home studio, and we've got a great show for you. We've got our Garden Critter Academy here, and we're gonna teach you all about ladybugs. Do you like ladybugs?
I like ladybugs.
I do too. We've got a show called Ladybugology. We're going to sing, and we want to invite you to sing along. We're going to do some puppet show, teach you all about stuff that's going on in your garden. We're going to have a great time. Hey, you know what? We should start with a song.
That's not right.
You know, all summer long, the ladybugs are having a picnic in my garden. It's true. And I know
Are
a
you
song.
really sure?
It's true. I see them
Okay.
all the time. Let's sing a song all about the Ladybug Picnic. And you can sing along too. You know, singing makes you feel better. Even if you're not trying, it makes you feel better. And so, in times like this, we gotta feel our best. So we want you to sing along with us, and you can sing along. All you need to do is count from 1 to 12.
1 to 12.
Can you do it?
Yes.
Me too. Let's try. We'll sing from 1 to 12, and we'll say ladybugs came to the Ladybug Picnic. Let's try.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ladybugs came to the Ladybug Picnic. They're gonna play games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And they all played games at the Ladybug Picnic. They had 12 sacks, so they ransacked races, and they fell on the backs, and they fell on the faces. Ladybugs 12 at the Ladybug Picnic. Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ladybugs came to the Ladybug Picnic. They're gonna play more games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And they played more games at the Ladybug Picnic. Played jump rope, but the rope it broke, so they just sat around telling knock-knock jokes. Ladybugs 12 at the Ladybug Picnic. Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ladybugs came to the Ladybug Picnic. Now they're gonna chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And they chatted away at the Ladybug Picnic. I wonder what they talked about. They talked about the high price of furniture and rugs and fire insurance for ladybugs. Ladybugs 12 at the Ladybug Picnic. Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ladybugs came to the Ladybug Picnic. Brr, it's getting cold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And they shivered away at the Ladybug Picnic. Along came the winter, the cold and the snow, so they moved down inside my window. The ladybugs left the Ladybug Picnic. You know, we're pretty good at counting like people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wonder if we could count like some other things. Joan, what should we count like?
Let's count like our kitties.
Oh, like kitty cats. Can you count like a kitty cat? Meow, 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 meow. How about a puppy dog? You know what my chicken says? Bark. Bark, 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 bark. You know what the goats next door?
Oh, I know what they say.
What do they say? How about a duck? Quack, 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 quack. Hey, how about a monkey? Oh, that was so fun, Joan. I think we need to wrap this song up. How about one more time? Like beautiful people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ladybugs came to the Ladybug Picnic. 12!
12. Oh,
12. That Ladybug Picnic song is so fun. You know, the ladybugs really are having a picnic in my garden, but it's a little bit different than that song. What I'd like to present to you now, friends, country fair goers, is what I like to call Ladybugology. It's the story of the ladybug's life cycle. Now, the story of the ladybug's life cycle starts with this little egg. This little white egg is in a little crevice in a plant all winter long, waiting for the weather to get better. It's just waiting for the sun to be out longer, and for the temperatures to warm up, and for some plants to start to grow. And sure enough, the weather gets nicer, and it's early spring, and that little egg hatches out, and what comes out is a little green, sticky aphid. Can you say aphid? Aphid. Now, aphids are curious insects. They give birth to live young, so there's hardly ever just one aphid. Where there's one aphid, usually there's a couple of aphids. And where there's a couple of aphids, there are even more aphids. And where there are more aphids, there are even more and more aphids. Before long, you turn your back, and 1 minute, your plants look perfectly fine, and the next minute, there's a giant aphid colony covering your plants. Now, when a lot of adult gardeners see these aphids start to cover their plants, they become concerned. Yeah, they're worried that the aphids will eat their plants, but the truth is, aphids don't have a mouth that eats plants. Aphids have a mouth like this. You know what that is? That's a straw. And you know what you do with a straw? You drink with a straw. So an aphid has a straw-like mouth. It pierces the plant and starts to suck the juices from the plant. In a healthy organic garden, aphids hardly ever kill plants. And remember, we're not telling the story of the aphid here. We're telling the story of the ladybug. If you want to have ladybugs, you're going to have something for them in your garden. Now, all winter long, Mother Ladybug has been sleeping. Now, some insects spend the winter as an egg. Some spend it hibernating, like a bear or groundhog. Ladybugs hibernate in hollow logs and in the sides of old buildings and under deep piles of dry leaves. Now, all the ladybug mothers are waiting for the weather to get nicer, for the plants to start to grow, for insects to start to get active. And sure enough, it gets warm enough, and our ladybug mother, she emerges from her winter home. She is not sleeping alone. She's sleeping with hundreds of other mother ladybugs, and they all wake up at the same time, and they're programmed to fly away. She flies far, far, far away. Here she comes. She's coming back. And she flies even further. She is looking for a place to raise her young. You know, she's a mother ladybug, and she can't be a mother unless she has a family. And her family is going to need some very important things if they're going to be successful. With all those other mother ladybugs looking for the same thing, the ladybugs scatter far and wide, looking for organic gardens to raise their families. Ladybug babies eat one thing. Can you guess? Aphids. That's right. So the ladybug flies into my garden, and she finds the aphids, and she does a little inventory. She has to count them up and make sure that there are enough for her babies. Oh yes, there are enough. She's going to taste one. Oh, it was so delicious. She's got the energy to start to lay her eggs. Now, ladybug larvae hatch out of eggs, and the mother ladybug, she puts her eggs underneath a leaf close by where the aphids are. Her babies are going to be hungry when they hatch, and she's wants to make sure that they can find food right away. So if you see a large aphid colony, look around and see if you can find bright orange or yellow eggs that are hanging underneath the leaves of the plant. Now she's busy and she's laid a cluster of these beautiful, bright yellow eggs. They look the shape of a chicken egg, but again, they're small and they're in scale with the plants. Inside each of these eggs is one baby ladybug forming and developing. When they're ready, they hatch out. There looks like something's going on in there. Let's see. Shall we see what's going on? When it's ready, when it's formed and developed, out hatches a little ladybug larva. Hey, wait a second. That doesn't look like a ladybug. And you know what? Ladybug babies don't look like their mothers. They're black. Sometimes they have some orange dots. They have 2 eyes and a big pincher mouth and 6 legs, but they look very fierce. And if you don't know that that's a ladybug baby, you might be concerned if you see them in your garden. Now, this little baby, it is so small, but it is hungry, and it can take down a full-size aphid. It grabs the aphids. Now, have you ever eaten so much that you feel like you could burst? This little baby aphid, this little baby ladybug has eaten so many aphids that it's about to burst, but it needs to grow. It needs to grow and get bigger. If you were a ladybug, you wouldn't have bones inside your body. You'd have bones outside. And your bones would be called an exoskeleton. Now, exoskeletons are super cool. They are waterproof and hard. They're jointed, they can move, but they can't grow. So when this ladybug baby has eaten so many aphids that it can't eat anymore, it has to shed or crack open its exoskeleton and squeeze out of it and form a new, bigger exoskeleton. So I like to grab my exoskeleton right here and I like to pull it apart and I like to say, crack! You do that with me. Crack! And then I wiggle out. Can you wiggle out of your old exoskeleton? Now, we have to make our new exoskeleton bigger, so let's blow it up with 3 puffs of air. Ready? Now, this ladybug larva has plenty of space to eat more aphids. Now, ladybug larvae have to shed their exoskeleton 5 times before they're ready to make a change. Now, here is a 5th instar ladybug larva. It's huge and fierce looking, and it loves to eat those aphids. Now it's ready to make its change, so it attaches its tail and its abdomen to the plant in the garden, and then it cracks open its exoskeleton. Can you say, crack, crack? And what comes out now, instead of another larva, is actually the pupal case. Yeah, it's a little shell. Sometimes people will call it a cocoon. Sometimes they'll call it a chrysalis. But you're always correct if you call it a pupa. Now, inside the larva becomes pudding. Yeah, just like Jell-O, a liquid, and it starts to rebuild its body cell by cell. It makes its antennae and its compound eyes, its 6 legs, its 2 sets of wings, and all of its body parts. And then, when it's ready and it's reformed, the adult ladybug emerges. And she will go about the garden, she will continue to lay eggs, and her babies will continue to eat the aphids in your garden. So if you'd like to have ladybugs in your garden, make sure you have a place for the aphids. I have a few plants that just act as feeding stations for all the bennies in my garden. Well, that's the story of the ladybug life cycle. And you know, ladybugs are one of my favorite things to look for. Make sure you look for them. Now, some of them will have many spots, some of them only a few, some of them no spots at all. All those different colors and shapes and sizes and patterns of spots, those tell us that they're different species of ladybug. There's over 250 ladybugs in the world, and we have many in the Northwest. So go out to your garden and look around. Look for the aphids and see if you find the ladybugs. Oh, I just love the story of the ladybug. Don't you love the story of the ladybug?
do
I
like
can't
the
wait to
story.
go out and look in my garden and see if that story is happening. You know,
think it is.
I think it is too. You know, ladybugs are one of my favorite insects in the garden. And you know, there's lots of insects to look
yeah.
for in our garden. So I thought we should probably do, you know, our classic, the insect song.
Yes.
Learn all about the parts of an insect and how they go together so that when you're out in the garden, you can decide, are you looking at an insect or are you looking at something else? So, all insects have 2 antennae on their heads. Can you show us your antennae? You might want to get up for this one. Now, all insects have 2 compound eyes. It's like eyeballs with a whole bunch of eyes in it. They have 6 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 on each side. Almost all insects have 2 sets of wings, so they can fly. Now the wings and legs are attached to this middle part of their body, and it is called the thorax. Can you say it? Thorax.
Thorax.
And they have one more body part. I like to shake my booty, and it's kind of off camera, but you'll have to imagine Joan and I shaking our booty when we say abdomen. 2 antennae, compound eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. 2 sets of wings so I may fly. My thorax and my abdomen. Now put some fingers here for mandibles and say, and this is what I look like. And this is what I look like. All right, that's a lot of body parts. So fortunately, we have a song that helps us remember all those many body parts and how they go together. It's called I Am an Insect in This Life. And this is what I look like. When we get to the body parts of the insect, show us your insect body parts. I am an insect in this life, and this is what I look like. 2 antennae, compound eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. 2 sets of wings so I may fly. My thorax and my abdomen, and this is what I look like. Did you get it? All right, let's do it again. A little bit faster. Can you go a little faster?
I can.
All right,
Can you?
I can. I am an insect in this life, and this is what I look like. 2 antennae, compound eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. 2 sets of wings so I may fly. My thorax and my abdomen, and this is what I look like. Oh, now you're getting it. Let's go a little faster. Can you go faster? I am an insect in this life, and this is what I look like. 2 antennae, compound eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. 2 sets of wings so I may fly. My thorax and my abdomen, and this is what I look like. Can you go even faster? I think I can. You try it. I am an insect in this life, and this is what I look like. 2 antennae, compound eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. 2 sets of wings so I may fly. My thorax and my abdomen, and this is what I look like. Well, that was very good, but there's a little more.
More?
Yeah, there's a bridge. And the bridge of a song tells us a little more. And this tells us more about the insect. It goes like this. Instead of bones, my body grows an exoskeleton. It's hard and strong and seals me in, protecting my organs. So, instead of bones, my body grows, what is it called?
An exoskeleton.
Ooh, that's a big word. It's hard
It's hard.
and strong and seals me in,
Seals me in.
protecting my organs.
Ooh.
Let's try that to some music. Instead of bones, my body grows an exoskeleton. Excellent. It's hard and strong and seals me in, protecting my organs. Let's do it one more time.
Let's do it one more time.
Instead of bones, my body grows an exoskeleton. Excellent. It's hard and strong and seals me in, protecting my together, and then
And then what?
we can do a turbo speed at the very end.
Okay.
Are you ready? All right. I am an insect in this life, and this is what I look like. 2 antennae, compound eyes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs, 2 sets of wings, so I may fly my thorax and my abdomen. And this is what I look like. Instead of bones, my body grows an exoskeleton. It's hard and strong and seals me in, protecting my organs. Now turbo speed from 2 antennae. Are you ready? 2 antennae, compound eyes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs, 2 sets of wings, so I may fly my thorax and my abdomen. And this is what I look like. Woo! Good job, everybody. Now go out there and look for some insects. Hey, this is the end of our show, and you know, I always like to sing this little song. You're doing such a great job joining us and getting up, and I bet you're all feeling really good. I know I am. Hey, let's do our The More We Get Together with Nature song. So get your hands out. We're going to do The More We Get Together with nature, like a leaf falling. The more we are with nature, the better we are. Like wiping your chin, the better we are. There's forests. A forest is tree, but many trees. So make those trees go along your forearm. There's forests. And rivers. And mountains is rock at an angle. So mountains and valleys. The more we are with nature, the better we are. Let's try that. We'll do it with music, and then I'll join you with the hand motions too. The more we get together with nature, the more we are with nature, the better we are. There's forests and rivers and mountains and valleys. The more we are with nature, the better we are. The more we get together with nature, the more we are with nature, the better we are. There's forests and rivers and mountains and valleys. The more we are with nature, the better we are. And I really mean it. Get out there and enjoy nature and feel better. Hey, thanks for seeing our show. Happy Country Fair!
Happy Country Fair, everybody!
My name's Lisa.
I'm Joan.
And we had our Garden Critter Academy.